Hello students, welcome back to maths class. So today we will go to next method, second method, right? First method yesterday we did it, right? It is very simple. Whenever it is in quadratic form ax square plus bx plus c, convert it into one form, then you take the integral, then we have to substitute. After that we will get the problem into some standard integral formula form. Then we applied the formula. Finally, we have to substitute the t value. That is yesterday's method, isn't it? Actually, it is very simple if you observe it and if you are attentive in the class, right? Integrals are very just like playing games, just applying the formulas. You should be familiar with the formulas, then it will be very easy. And whenever problem is in this form, we have to apply this working rule. You will know the working rule, same just like a game. These are the rules you have to apply, then you will win the game. Same thing here also. For this, suppose the problem is given in this form, that means for this game these are the rules. So for this method this is the rule, like that they are giving. Okay, now come to the second method. See, whenever it is previously it is 1 by ax square plus bx plus c. Now it is integral dx by root of ax square plus bx plus c. Either this form or this form. Given problem is either in this form or in this form. We have to follow same working rule. What is this? This one is integral dx by root of ax square plus bx plus c, and the second one is integral root of ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so root is there. And in this is little bit easy, just like our previous method, and this is little bit lengthy, not complex. So I have taken one problem based on that second, that means method of second type. Okay, so what is the working rule? Working rule is reduce ax square plus bx plus c to the form. This form you have to reduce and then integrate. Okay, so come on, this is the given problem to you. So in this, what they said, first reduce this one into this form, then apply the integral and the root, all those things. So come on, take that one. What is the given value to you? 3 plus 8x minus 3x square. We have to reduce that into this form, means inside x plus alpha whole square means x square. That means that term should be positive. If you observe here, your term is negative. So you take that minus 3 outside. Otherwise, just x square coefficient should be taken outside. Like that also you can think, isn't it? What is this? X square coefficient is a, and here a is taken outside. So here x square coefficient is minus 3, take minus 3 outside. And come on, now what will be your equation? From minus 3x square, minus 3 is taken outside, only x square will be there. Here 8x is there, I have taken minus 3. So what happens to your value? It will be 8 by 3x, isn't it? Multiply, see, minus 3 into minus 8 by 3. 3 will get cancelled, minus of minus 8x will be there, isn't it? Now minus 3 is taken outside, but here 3 is there, so minus 1. See, minus 1 into minus 3 is plus 3. Okay, so first of all, in all these forms, that means whenever quadratic form is there, you take coefficient of x square outside. Okay, coefficient of x square means multiple of x square should be taken outside. So come on, is equal to minus 3 into what I said. After that we have to reduce this into this form. Suppose minus sign is there, minus will come. Which form we have to reduce? X minus alpha whole square. X minus something whole square. X minus something whole square means what will be its expansion? X square minus 2x something, right, plus something square, then some value square, then we can write in its place as x minus alpha whole square. We need it, we have to reduce the problem into that form. So for that we need x square, yes it is there. Next term should be compulsory x square minus 2x, and this value can be any value. So next we will take minus 2x, right? We have taken minus 2x, okay? So now we have to adjust it, right? So that we will know our alpha value. How we have to adjust it? By seeing this value. Finally, after adjusting, this must be minus 8 by 3x only. From this only we are taking. So I have taken minus 2x. So which value we have to take? So that it will be 8 by 3x only. 4 by 3. See, 4 2s are 8. So 8 by 3x. Like that you have to get your alpha value. How? First write down x square. It will be there in the question only. Next we need 2x into something. So you write down 2x, right? Now you balance the value by seeing the above value. It must be minus 8 by 3. So we have taken 2 already. So you take 4 by 3. So that 4 2s are 8 by 3. Is it clear? This thing is crucial while doing these problems. If you know this method, it will be very easy. Cakewalk. Okay, so this is your alpha. Next we want alpha square. So it is not there, but we need it, means we have to add and deduct. Okay, so whenever if we want to add, we cannot add it, we have to add and deduct. Next this value will be 1. With this we got all these values. This value remains as it is. So once again, so with these first two values we should get this one. So how we should get? First x square minus 2x into something plus something square. Why minus? In between these two minus is there, that's why minus. Suppose plus is there, we will take plus there. So write down x square, write down minus 2x. Now we have to find our alpha. How we will find? By seeing this. 2 is taken, but it should be 8 by 3. So you take 4 by 3. 2 4s are 8 by 3. 4 by 3 we have taken. So here after multiplication it will be 8 by 3. So what is your alpha? In alpha place we are having 4 by 3. So to get this one we need alpha square, that means 4 by 3 whole square. That should be added and deducted. Next minus 1 as it is we have taken. So is equal to minus 3. Come on, from here to here if you observe it is x minus alpha form. So x minus 4 by 3 whole square form. Now come on, from these two, what is this? 4 by 3 whole square means 16 by 9. Minus sign is there, right? And minus 1. So 9 is the LCM. Minus 16 minus 9, that is minus 25 by 9. Isn't it? Minus 25 by 9. So we can write, okay, first step you write down minus 25 by 9, then try to write that also in terms of square. This is in terms of square, no? So try to write that also in terms of square. So minus 3, x minus 4 by 3 whole square minus 5 by 3. Can we write? 25 by 9, definitely we can write it as 5 by 3 whole square. But observe, outside we are having minus 3. But the question, after this we have to take the square root for this. This value, see, 3 plus 8x minus 3x square value, we got minus 3 into something. After that we have to take square root for this, isn't it? What is the question? Integral, isn't it? Root of this one. Inside the root, negative value should not be there. It is rule. Inside the square root, we cannot take any negative value. That's why you send this minus sign inside. Keep this 3 as it is and send the minus sign inside the brackets. Then what happens? 3 into minus value. If we send negative sign inside, negative value becomes positive, positive value becomes negative. So your value will be 5 by 3 whole square minus x minus 4 by 3 whole square. Okay, so this is your this value. Now for this we have to take a square root, we have to solve the integral. Okay, so come on. Now you take the question, integral root of, what is the value? 3 plus 8x minus 3x square is equal to root of 3 is there, right? Integral 5 by 3 whole square minus x minus 4 by 3 whole square. Integral is there. Whenever integral is there, into dx will be there. Here also into dx. Okay. So now you take this root 3 outside. We can write any constant is there in the integral, isn't it? We'll take that one outside. So now your problem is integral of root of, 5 by 3 whole square minus x minus 4 by 3 whole square into dx. So now it is not in our formula form. So we have to take this value as a substitution, isn't it? T is equal to x minus 4 by 3. Differentiating with respect to x, dt by dx is equal to d by dx of, what is that? X minus 4 by 3. So d by dx of x is 1. d by dx of constant is 0. So it is equal to 1. So what we can write? We can write send dx that side, dt is equal to dx. Okay. So now try to write your integral value. What will be your integral value? Root 3 integral root of, 5 by 3 whole square minus t square into dt. So there is one formula. Now it is in your standard integral formula. So observe in all the problems how we did. First we reduced the value into one form. Okay. So after that we have taken integral for that. So if we take integral, right, it is not in any standard formula form. If it is not in any standard, if it is x square, no problem, but it is x minus 4 by 3 whole square is there. So in such cases we have to take substitution, right? We have to substitute instead of x minus 4 by 3 t. Now it is in your formula form. Which form? So there is one formula, integral root of a square minus x square dx is equal to x into root of a square minus x square by 2 plus a square by 2 sine inverse x by a plus c. This is a formula. Whenever we are having integral root of a square minus x square dx, we have to apply that formula. So instead of a, you are having 5 by 3. Instead of x, you are having t, isn't it? So now you substitute. Okay. So that formula, in that formula we have to substitute. So is equal to root 3 will be there outside. So inside x, in x place we are having t, root of a square minus x square. A means 5 by 3 whole square minus x square means it is a t square by 2. Okay, plus a square by 2, 5 by 3 whole square by 2 sine inverse x. X place we are having t. Be careful. In a place we are having 5 by 3. Full attention, you have to do the problem. Okay. If 1 second if you deviated, you will get the mistake in the problem. Okay. So come on. Now you send this root 3 inside and in t place you substitute the value. What I said, once the formula is taken plus c we will write. But this problem if you observe, answer is in terms of t, but question is in terms of x. So answer also with respect to x only. So now send this root 3 for this also, isn't it? Root 3 is common. It should be multiplied with this term as well as with this term. And also in t place you substitute your t value where here it is. T is equal to x minus 4 by 3 and simplify, you will get your answer. Little bit lengthy, but if you do it, you can get the answer. So come on, send this root 3 inside and t, take t value t is equal to x minus 4 by 3, right, into root 3 into root of, I am sending this into this into this, or t into root 3 into this. Everything is multiplication, we can change the places, it makes no difference. So 5 by 3 whole square minus, what is t? In t place, x minus 4 by 3 whole square by 2, plus same thing, multiply with root 3, and 5 by 3 whole square is 25 by 9 by 2 into sine inverse, what is t? T is x minus 4 by 3 by 5 by 3 plus c is the answer, right? But we have to simplify. So how we can simplify this value is equal to, so here we can take 3 as the LCM, 3x minus 4, and observe this one. What is this? In the beginning, see, if we have taken, right, 3 plus 8x minus 3x square, for that if we take a root, we got this value, right? For that if we take a root, right, so root 3 outside, right, root 3 into this value, this is nothing but that one, isn't it? If we take this one, this will be root 3 into, if we take square root, right, so that is nothing but a root of 3 plus 8x minus 3x square. So instead of this we can write root of, what is the value? 3 plus 8x minus 3x square by 2 plus, come on, this is root 3 into 25 by 9 into 2 sine inverse of, same thing, take the LCM, 3 is the LCM, 3x minus 4 by 5 by 3 plus c, 3 cancels, okay. So is equal to, here 3x minus 4 into root of 3 plus 8x minus 3x square by 3 2s are 6, okay. And here in 9 we can write 3 into 3, okay. So it is root 3 into 25, we can write this as 3 into 3. So 1 3 can be taken as root 3 into root 3 into 3 into 3, root 3 cancel, sine inverse of 3x minus 4 by 5 plus c, okay. So at the end our answer is, what is our answer? Is equal to 3x minus 4 into root of 3 plus 8x minus 3x square by 6, come on, plus 25 by 3 2s are 6 root 3 into sine inverse of, what is the value? 3x minus 4 by 5 plus c, that is the answer of your question. So all of you little bit careful, right? Here instead of 9 I have taken 3 into 3, right? Otherwise one more step, no, that's why this is little bit lengthy. In that 1 3 I have taken root 3 into root 3 into 3. 9 can be written as 3 into 3. 1 3 will remains as it is. In another 3 I have taken root 3 into root 3, so that root 3 will get cancelled. Okay, then it will be 25, 3 2s are 6 root 3. Answer is given like that. Otherwise we can stop here only or here only. Okay, so this is your method, little bit lengthy method. So observe, whenever root of quadratic form is given to you, first you take the quadratic form and try to reduce into this form. How we will reduce? First you take the coefficient of x square, coefficient of x square outside, multiple of x square outside. So your multiple of x square is minus 3. So minus 3 is taken outside. Next, with the value inside the brackets, first two values we have to get here, minus is there. That's why it should be in the form of x minus alpha whole square. So for that, what are the terms? X square minus 2x into some value plus some value whole square. So x square is there and you write minus 2x, then you balance for the alpha. How we will balance? It is 8 by 3, 2 is taken. So you take 4 by 3, 2 4s are 8. So in alpha place we are having 4 by 3, we need alpha square. It is not there in the question. So it is added and deducted. Then minus 1 we have taken as it is. From the first three terms it is exactly in this form. So we can write x minus alpha, where in alpha place 4 by 3 whole square. Now simplify these two, right? Minus 16 by 9 minus 1, that is we got minus 25 by 9, so 5 by 3 whole square. So once it is taken, if you observe, negative value is there and we will take this entire value inside the square root, isn't it? Question is square root of this one and this value we got minus. Inside the square root, negative value should not be there. So that's why send this negative sign inside the brackets. Keep that 3 as it is, just send the negative, that means minus 1 inside the brackets. If we send negative value inside, negative becomes positive, positive becomes negative. Once this is done, you take your integral. Okay, so integration of this one is equal to, and whenever constant is there, we will write that one outside. And observe, it is not purely in our formula form. Whenever it is not in our form, we will take a substitution, right? T is equal to, then you will get your dt. Then if you substitute, now it is in your formula form. In integral, there is one formula, right? Don't get scared by seeing the formula. If you write 2-3 times, you will get it, right? So your seniors did it nicely, you also can do it. So it is integral root of a square minus x square dx is equal to x into root of a square minus x square by 2 plus a square by 2 sin inverse x by a plus c. So in a place we are having 5 by 3 and in the x place we are having t. Okay, so substitute in the formula. Actually if it is x, here your problem ends, but t is there. So our question is with respect to x, answer also must be with respect to x only. That's why wherever t is there, you substitute its value and send this root 3 inside. That means root 3 will be multiplied with this as well as with this. So while multiplying t into root 3 into this I have taken. Y means here root 3 into, right, root 3 into this value is nothing but a root of this value. So that's why in its place, next instead of this we have taken this one and simplified. Finally you got your answer. You should have a little bit patience while doing these problems, but now you are in second year, definitely you will have that much of patience and your brains are tuned for that. Already in first year you gone through 2 maths papers, so your brain is ready to take the problems like this. Okay, so don't get disappointed, do it, you will get the problem at least for not in first time, second time definitely you will get it perfectly. Okay, that's all for today. Have a nice day.